Streets don't love nobody. The streets don't love nobody. Fuck around and be another body. The killing ain't nothing but a hobby. The streets don't love nobody. Streets don't love nobody. Fuck around and be another body. Killing ain't nothing but a hobby. Streets don't love nobody.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Said City, what we call Vibing. Got my man Frank Thomas with me.
We in the building.
Also, y'all know we always got to keep my man Mr. Chill with us. What's going on with you, brother?
What it do?
Great sermon today, I must say.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, you did your thing, man. I said, oh, okay, I can sit back in the comfort of my own home and hear the word today.
Oh yeah.
So that was a pleasurable moment.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. I tried to break it down nice and sweet, man. I appreciate you, man.
Hey, you did, and that you did, man. There was a lot of stuff that you were saying that I didn't know that kind of, like you schooled me on today. I appreciate that.
Oh, man, you know how it go, man. Each one teach one, baby.
That's what it is. Well, let's just get this out the way, man. Them the Chiefs Chiefs just won. Know what I'm saying? Rams just won. So hey, it's been some major upsets today. So that's super. Hey, that NFC AFC championship thing gonna be, that's gonna be something to behold.
That's a fact. We got some real good. We've been getting good. This is probably the best playoffs. I don't know if I can say ever, but almost ever. I mean, every game was tight. You got almost all the best teams in it this year. I mean, for this season, I mean, and
this has been like one of the best playoffs that I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's probably have been some barn burners like this, but as far as I can remember, I think this is one of the greatest playoff seasons ever. We agree too. But now check this out.
No blowout.
Nah, man, nail biters all the way to the end. Man. But check this out, man. Today, I guess we on this power kick. I mean, everybody been on it, man. Dude. And it was so, and let me just tell y'all, if y'all ain't watched it, sorry, this is a spoiler. We don't talk about it, so we're going to tell y'all what did happen. So it's a spoiler. Just go back and rewatch it or whatever. If not, I ain't going to tell y'all to hang up, but, just go back and watch it anyway.
Right.
Now, the dynamic of Diana, that's what I call it, the dynamic of Diana. Dude. Now, for anybody that don't know, like I said, sorry, spoiler alert, she let the cat out the bag. They was having dinner, and she told everything. Everything.
Yeah.
She even told who her mama was fucking. She fucking Dante.
Boy.
She fucking Zeke daddy.
Boy.
Told Zeke, motherfucker, you ain't 19, you 20. What she said?
23.
You 23. You wasn't born in 02, you was born in 98. Told Kane took all the dope. Kane took the dope and she just let the cat out the bag. So with that being said, man, of course, Facebook lit up. But then my question was like, why everybody thinks she was so disloyal? I mean, who was she? Everybody, she was disloyal to. You don't never be that disloyal to your mama. Well, if your mama being disloyal to the family, what's the problem?
I'm gonna jump in real quick. Because I wasn't looking at it from a loyalty standpoint, it's just how it all unfolded that just came out fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no right way to come out and say that your nephew, your son, though. You know what I'm saying? But it with it being in the heat of the moment, how it was, how everything built up, that right there, man. And this was, for the TV show, it would have been a lot of fights and furniture been moving around, goddamn, in real life. And Diana, I just don't think that was the way you do it. You know what I'm saying? Because she was in her feelings about, them pressing her on what she been knowing and how she been getting to know information and shit.
Yeah, but once again, like I said, you sit down, your mama move it all messed up. Your mama could have nipped this in the bud. And furthermore, I mean, come on, let's be realistic. She don't even treat them like kids. She treat them like soldiers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no love in that family. The love for the money.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna read off a couple of these. I'm gonna read off a couple of because when I wrote I wrote it on Facebook. My girl Nikki Blakemore said, "Hell yeah, wasn't a place to say anything. She's been very bold ever since her daddy's been home." All right.
I ain't need to hit on that though.
Okay, but she see who's the parent that loves her.
I'll give you that. Because what you got for us, Chill? My bad.
I'm gonna say, man, as a mother I was raised by my mom, and my mom was pretty, she was pretty gangster, you know what I'm talking about?
Right.
And in order for a woman to hold a position like that, she can't allow herself certain weaknesses. You know what I'm talking about? So sometimes women have to come off a little stronger, a little strong-willed just to keep stuff in place. And as her children, they should have known that, okay, we all my mama got. And regardless of her not telling us everything, some things on certain levels is not you don't need to know this. You know what I'm saying? And some things, even though she didn't, she was going around with Dante and everything like that. But at the same time, the daughter, she showed her immaturity for the seriousness of what was going on. Because everything she did to, regardless she didn't like how mama was moving or not, like Frankie said, in real life, somebody gonna die behind that.
Oh yeah, she came at her head. She came at her head. But my thing is this shit, and I feel you, but let's just put the shoe on the other foot. What if it was daddy that got caught up? She be getting praised then.
That's interesting right there.
If that was vice versa, and Chill, you know this to be true. If you tell on your daddy or anybody, if the sister, the brother tell on the daddy, it ain't that. Then a lot of people keep saying, well, they kids, they need to stay in their place. They need to stay in their place. You didn't turn these kids into murderers, drug dealers, you know what I'm saying? Just all out. So that now they got to go back to acting like kids. Come on.
Now if it was daddy, if it was daddy, you expect daddy to get caught. And you expect daddy to have them situations. You know what I'm saying? So if daddy do it, that's just I hate to sound like a male chauvinist, but that's just per the course. That's just per the course of doing business. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's just per the course, like, hey, this is how it goes. But at the end of the day, I'm doing what's right for the family. I'm making sure y'all gonna eat. I'm making sure ain't nobody gonna bother y'all in the streets. And whoever I gotta do, whatever I gotta do, this just the game. But when it comes to a woman gotta elevate herself even a little more stern, a little more harder, just to even be taken serious.
Yeah, but then you also got to figure like, okay, all right, okay, I give you that much. But now the man comes home and he say, look here, you held it down. I appreciate you, but now I'm home. You ain't even got to do this type of shit no more. You know, go shopping, be a woman, do what you got to do. She didn't want to just reach. Problem is, she didn't want to relinquish that power.
That's
exactly.
That's what that is right there. I wanted to get to that. I feel like a big part of that is because she didn't want to give up that power in this situation, and you could see how it's unfolded, how it's coming out, how she don't want to let what's Lorenzo?
Yeah.
How she didn't want to let him know her plans and yada yada, all the hiding because she still want that power going forward and having money, how she been having it and controlling everybody. You know what I'm saying?
She want to control the narrative like most women do.
Yeah,
I think it's because like how Chill was saying, because he went to jail and she did have to step up to the plate. She got comfortable in that. She learned to love the power more than just doing it because she was trying to survive.
You know what, man?
You know what I'm saying?
I think today's woman crave the power. They crave the power, but at the same time, the first thing that comes out their mouth is, well, I want you to treat me like a woman and this like this. But y'all, we at the stage now, shit. Women don't even know how to treat a man like a man. Shit.
Hey, Cass.
Go ahead.
Cass, let's flip it then. What if she'd have been the one in prison? You think he'd have waited around for her to hold it down for her like that?
Well, nah.
Exactly.
Nah.
When my mom went to prison, man, and the so-called dudes that she broke her back for, the dudes that this man snitched on her and everything, told everything, took her away from us when she was holding it down, you understand what I'm saying? So
right.
a woman's struggle in that game is going to be much, much more severe than a man's struggle, just by the virtue. Even just look through history, even when women have been warriors in certain societies, they had to fight 10 times as hard just to maintain not just their dignity, because always some dude gonna try to tram, oh, she weak, she a woman. And then we consider, oh, she being conniving. No, she just being strong. When you was doing it as a man, you was doing what you're supposed to do, but now because she doing the same thing, she wrong.
Well, you know what, Chill? I'm not gonna say she wrong, but my thing is this: like, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm gonna sound chauvinistic about it. I think like when you get out in these streets like this, and the streets don't give a fuck about you being nobody else. They don't care. The streets is what it is. Streets going, hey. Whether you are like a motherfucker say, oh my God, I can't believe they killed her. Well, if you was out here slanging them packs and you was out here doing this and pulling guns and slapping motherfuckers and pistol whipping motherfuckers with guns, shit, you done made enemies to what people gonna do that to you. But then it's a travesty of justice when they do it to a woman, but you want to interject yourself in that fucking role. You can't interject yourself in that role. Then when a motherfucker say, well, I'm finna go kill this bitch. Oh, no, don't kill me. I'm a lady.
Fam, when I was in the military, they had just started that women being on the front line. Women being in the, women always been in the war zone. Don't get it twisted. But they had started women being in, some combat units in some areas where it was going to, come to harm. And us as Americans, we had a hard time with that because we, our natural instinct is, oh, like you just said, let's go protect her. We didn't want her around her because something happened, to her. We're going to run to protect her more than what we normally would do in a situation. You know what I'm saying? But other countries who we consider, barbaric or third world, something like third world or something like that, a lot of they women are some of their fiercest fighters. Some of their women are during that time period I was in the military, the best shooters in the military was women.
And I get
across the board.
And I understand that. And I understand that wholeheartedly. But all I'm saying is that woman that picked up that gun, that was over there in that third world country, she knew what the consequences was, and she was willing to deal with it. She didn't
right, that's what I'm saying.
Right. She didn't turn around and drop the gun and say, when shit got rough, oh my God, no. She didn't do that. She like you said, she battled to the end. When the end came, hey, she took hers just like any other one of them men would.
Mm-hmm.
Now you get over here, well, we at motherfuckers
Yep.
want to play that game, but
Yep.
then when it come down to it, that's the first thing
I'm
a
a
motherfucker
woman.
gonna holler. And what we always say, oh, that's fucked up. He killed the woman. That's fucked up. He killed that woman like that. Dude, I done said women. I seen the woman take a pistol out, hit a dude across the head, shot him in the leg and the arm, but then thought that when he caught her, he whooped her ass. And everybody's like, oh, you a dirty motherfucker. He like, this bitch just shot me twice.
Yeah, I know somebody did that too. Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
hey, check this out though, man. You know what get me too? On that same note, and no disrespect to these other genders, but a woman that's playing the role of a man and then jumping a man's face, and then when she gets stole on like a man, then she want to say, you know, I'm a girl, but
go.
you just approach me like a man.
Right.
You know, you try to take my woman like a man, and you know, you tried to manhandle me like a man, but then when I put hands on you to defend myself, now I'm wrong. So I get you on that. I get you on that. That's what I was saying about the society that we live in and the emphasis of the things we put emphasis on.
And see, that just like as we were talking about with the show, if you look at it, yeah, man, she run at the hardcore, she talk that shit, but if you notice, she do that shit behind Kane. Cause she know, okay, Kane he gonna say, he gonna bail me out. Motherfucker fuck with me, I'm going to get Kane.
I don't know. I feel like Mary J been holding it down now. She been putting some niggas down on her.
Yeah, she had put a few people down.
You know what I'm saying? She hung this bitch too. Well, let me not say too much, but I feel what you're saying though. But I feel like just how the old nigga, the nigga Dante using Kane, I feel like they all using for a soldier. I don't really think that it's so much that she know when she.
But okay, but this your son. This your son.
I understand.
If I don't know you and you came to me for some work, or you came to get some work, you know, or get put down with my crew, then okay, that's your job. Shit, you got to realize, okay, what you want. Like he asked, am I your soldier? Am I your son? She said both.
That was a hard quote right there.
And then, like he told us, so what kind of fucking mama do that make you? Because you could have easily kept us out the game.
No, that's real.
But you put us in the game. Now, I'm not saying
you wanted to be in the game though, too.
I'm not saying, you know, I'm not faulting nobody if you did or didn't. Sometimes you feel like you got to do what you got to do. I understand that. I'm not mad about that. But at the same time, I think like, well, you gotta, you know, I think that she hears so many fucking lies, you know what I'm saying, that it all came back to bite her in the ass.
That's what it is.
You know, right. You could have held there, and I'm not knocking. I mean, shit. Granted, this is a fictional story, but I'm gonna say kudos to the women who held it down. You know what I'm saying? Kudos to the women. Hey, my mama was one of them. Your mama was one of them. Shit, your mother was one of them. For the women that held it down. But like I said, when the motherfucker came back, you know, I just think like, you know, I just was looking at, like I said, I was looking at all the naysayers that was like, oh my God, Diana was so wrong for spilling the tea and all that shit. But then, so what? She wasn't supposed to have no loyalty to her daddy?
Nah, I don't disagree with you. I just feel like how it came out could have been handled better. I just feel like, and like I said, in the heat of the moment, her coming out like that and saying that, because I mean,
you know what changed? You know what changed the narrative for Diana?
Aspect of it too. You know what I'm saying? So she the one that got Tariq under the armpit, not Lorenzo. You know what I'm saying? So you just can't jump and get in your emotions just because you know you right about it. You know what I'm saying? When you still gotta think about what make this family click.
Yeah, but you also
You
gotta
just said the key word right there.
go ahead, Chill.
Tariq. She done got knocked off. Tariq done knocked off. And now she feeling like a woman now. You understand what I'm saying? So before her father came back home and before she got that snotches from Tariq, she was in order. And that's unfortunately, that's one thing that women they say a woman is a man's downfall a lot of times in the game, but a woman, when they allow themselves to get tricked up with a dude, that can bar a lot of women down. Man. Hey, Venetia. Hold on, fam.
Okay. But I still say, like, if you gonna sit there and trying to just
Thank you.
I just think she played. I mean, you compile lie on top of lie on top of lie on top of lie on top of lie. Now that motherfucking building full of lies didn't caved in.
Oh yeah, it toppled over good.
You know what I'm saying? Then what it was is that, I mean, come on, you mad because the little girl got. That's another thing. Let's stop calling these motherfuckers little girls and kids.
Right.
Shit, they fucking killers. They killers and killers. But then it's like, that's first thing everybody want to holler. They need to stay in the child's place. You didn't tell. Shit, if you supposed to stay in the child's place, they supposed to be at school somewhere. Now, motherfucker out here selling kilos of cocaine for you, killing motherfuckers for you. You know what I'm saying? Nah, that ain't how it go. I mean, but then, and if it is how it go, then let's just call it what it is. Shit, the king then came home. You still want to be the king. You don't want to sit down and you don't want to relinquish the crown.
I got a question for you, fam. Do you think she should have told her children that their cousin was their brother?
Yes. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And then you got him looking super dumb. This motherfucker. I mean, this part, I'm sorry. A lot of people might not agree with me, but I just think that was some bad writing. Okay, they talking about you ain't 19, you 23. Motherfucker, when you was 4 years old, how motherfucker gonna tell you won?
Right. That's a fact.
I mean, you had to go to school, you had to go to Head Start or some shit, and you seen, well, it said 19. Let's just say you started Head Start in 2001. You know, they teach you how to write. They starting to teach you how to write and all that. Tell you your dates and all that, and the clock and all. Well, I know that's what they used to, but at some point, you know it's 2001. You know it's 2002, but you looking on your birth certificate and say, "Oh shit, I was born 2002." You little dumbass motherfucker.
That's what I was gonna say, man. It's obvious that nigga a little slow, man.
Yeah,
I was gonna say the same thing.
We got to finish this. They talk about this, your birth certificate. She break everything down. So one thing you think about was, that's gonna mess up my chance. I'm like, nigga, that's the on your mind right now. The NBA
you worried about your eligibility?
About basketball, nigga. This is something totally different.
I just told you she your mama,
right? I'm like, this nigga funny, but
he been stupid the whole series though, man.
Yeah, he been a goofball ever since.
I was thinking about that. I was thinking about, so what she say about who his mother was before, and who house was you at, you know, to act like he was coming over your cousin's house all these years? Like, how's all of that, you know what I'm saying, that been so blinded to this nigga? You feel me?
Right, because Kane looked at him like, wait a minute, you
he the older brother?
Right, yeah, like, you my big brother? Like, damn, I thought I was the oldest.
Right. So, yeah,
you know what? One thing I can say about that writing part of it, that is something that happened in a lot of black families back in the days. You know, a lot of young women would have babies, and they would say it's either mama's baby child, or they would let an auntie or a cousin that's older raise it. That happened a lot in the black community.
All right, chill. Now, chill. I gotta stop you. That happened when we were kids, and that happened when our mothers was kids. That shit wasn't happening in 2000. That shit wasn't happening in 1998.
I mean,
That shit
I
was
know.
not
I'm
happening
just
then.
saying they
Now, when
threw
we
it
was
in there.
kids, yeah, that shit happened when we was kids. That shit happened when our mamas that was kids. That shit wasn't
Yeah,
happening in 1998. They brought some old school down south ass. Was trying to
yeah,
slide it in,
yeah.
but
They
they
did.
put that out. They
Yeah,
just
yeah.
look even more retarded.
Right. That was wild right there. But I mean, I guess to sum it all up, I feel like all in all, the information should have came out. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think how it came out was the best way. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I agree with what you're saying though. You know what I'm saying? Because if the shoe was on the other foot and it was daddy, it'd be looked at a little different. You know what I'm saying?
So
even though they would expect it because he is daddy, but it'd be looked at totally different. You know what I'm saying? Daddy wasn't, you know what I'm saying? That's okay. Daddy fucked up, but he gonna be back right. Mary J, she gotta get the fuck out.
he told her, you gotta go.
You gotta get out this family. You know what I'm saying? You gone, you done for. And I feel like the kids so far, it looks like they probably agree with that decision. They overall feel like, damn, man, that's, we have been through a lot together. I guess, just, the lifestyle we live. But damn, this is fucked up right here.
Dog, she manipulated and destroyed every situation that them kids could possibly have of happiness.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, I definitely agree with you there.
But then I say, you got people that that just was like, all right, well, look, they need to stay in the kid's place. They need to stay in the kid's place. She should have did what she did.
Let me shift gears real quick. Because when you talk about staying in the kid's place, it kind of brings me into my little next topic. I don't know if y'all had a chance to catch Vlad. He on I'll be watching a Mad Hoffa podcast, and he ain't got Vlad on there for an interview. And he typically asks the questions that the people really want to know and want to hear. And one of the questions he touched on was he asked Vlad, do he feel responsible when some of the people he interviewed get caught up in these cases because the information how it come out? Do he feel like he responsible for helping people get locked up essentially? You know what I'm saying? Off the information they may tell them themselves. Now they related in a way where when you say stay in the kid's place, you look at a situation like this and think a nigga that's old enough not gonna say the wrong thing to tie himself up. But when Vlad is interviewing these niggas who be 18 through 21, which they are grown, but we still may look at them as kids in a sense, and they get on there and get to running their mouth. Do y'all feel like in those type of situations, he should be more responsible in controlling the narrative of maybe you shouldn't say something like that, or maybe Or do y'all think it's okay for him to just hold the camera and let them say whatever they gonna say?
I mean, well, that's just like us. A lot of times, me and Chill, we might sit there and say, well, we can't talk on this, we can't talk on that,
right.
And some people might get upset with some of the things that we do say. But at the same time, it's like, Chill, you a grown man. You know what you gonna say. You know what you can say and what you can't say. I know what I can say and what I can't say. I can ask you all day. Well, Chill, I need you to hey, tell me how your case went. What happened in this day? What happened that day? Now, if you feel like, all right, well, I feel comfortable enough to talk to Cass like that, then I will. But you can't blame me for what the words to come out your mouth.
I agree with you. But do you feel like I don't want to talk about the youngest, like the kids today, but I I feel like the consensus is people don't feel like the kids today are built like how y'all was built when y'all was kids.
But
So,
then they need to stay off Vlad TV.
Okay, so that's what I'm trying to get to. That's what I'm trying to see. Do y'all feel like, you know what I'm saying? If Vlad, I put it like this: you got your show, and if you was interviewing people,
I would ask him the same questions that Vlad asked.
I mean, I agree with that. But if you feel like they was talking too much, would you feel like it was your responsibility
Nah.
to say, nah?
That's my
responsibility. Okay,
All right.
I got you.
I mean, at the end of the day, let's be honest. We want our show to have ratings just like everybody else. Now, if you get on there, you get to talk about some this, that, and the other. I'm like, whoa, keep it going. Let's keep it going.
Chill. Where you at with this topic? How you feel about that if you was the cameraman?
Well, you know, like he said, I'm gonna ask him questions.
Right,
And
right.
if you're stupid enough to answer them questions, that's on you. But at the same time, that's where the people around you, if because sometimes you get worked in the moment and just start talking and get to running your mouth sometimes, you know. But what you gotta do, because what you might think, like he said, what you might think might not be nothing. It might be harmful to another person. Another person might be like, nah, man, you can't say that. And you need those people around you to be like, hold on, fam. You know, no, you can't talk about that one, bro. You know, keep them in your pocket. You feel me? And then you gotta look at the statute of limitations, and then you know all that type of stuff. And then even though the statute of limitations might be up, some of the people, family or loved ones who was involved with whatever happened, they might not knew exactly what happened. Now they know exactly what happened. So now you gotta deal with that too.
So now, with that being said, instead of taking that $20,000 and that $50,000 and buying a gold chain, go pay for a publicist.
Yeah.
Well, how you gotta have somebody wise around you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have an OG around you.
I mean, if you know, like, that's the biggest problem with these motherfuckers. They buy the wrong shit. You pay motherfuckers don't want to. A motherfucker pay $20,000 for their entourage, but then now you know, like I didn't sit here and seen a lot of these rappers get on there and motherfuckers say word to what that mean. What that mean? You a rapper. You supposed to be a wordsmith. And you don't even know what this word means?
That's a fact.
Come on. Are you even writing your raps?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I feel a little indifferent, man. Because if the cops watch my video and feel like something that he said from my video can get him thrown in jail, I'm gonna feel a way about that. Because I know I don't want to see none of these young niggas go to jail. Now I agree with what y'all saying though, because they adults. Shit, these niggas is grown. 18, 21, you grown, 16, they gonna look at you like you grown. You know what I'm saying? But if my video is the deciding factor as to why you got that 20 years, I feel bad about that. That's all I'm saying. That's why I proposed that question. I will ask him all the questions regardless, but I'm just saying that if he said something that I knew was like, I don't think that was smart, I will feel like it would be my responsibility to try to feel like, let me pause the camera. Look, cuz you said this, you were saying too much on that. I think you should probably say what you mean. You know what I'm saying?
Now, Frankie, what you're saying is true. Now, especially if I liked you as an artist or as a person, right? I try to pull your coattail, just like what Ed Lover did Tupac when Tupac started snapping off about fighting.
He tried to tie his mouth and told him
right. He
Yeah.
tried to tell you know what I'm saying. But look what Tupac did. He kept running his mouth. He kept talking. The only person I seen, not the only one, but one of the best persons I seen that Vlad interviewed, and Vlad asked him a few questions. That was the man Pee Wee.
I was just I didn't think you would know, but man, that nigga didn't answer nothing, did he?
He like, huh? He gave him that. He played that country dumb on him. You feel me? You know, but he did him how he's supposed to did him. You know what I'm saying? And now I love that video, and there's a few more that did stuff, played him kind of like that, but
his was so smart that he did it too, though.
Yeah,
his was smart.
Vlad is not no damn DEA agent. I don't have to answer none of this shit. So for you to feel like, okay, because Vlad asked me, I gotta answer it. I got to, what? I don't know. Next question.
That's one thing I will say, because I ain't just gonna shit on Vlad. He did make it clear that none of his footage has ever been used in the court case before. Now, I mean, when you think about it, it's all on YouTube, so they like they gotta actually go to him and get the tape. They can go look on the video like the rest of us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I mean, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like when it's
some
motherfuckers, our black people getting locked up, and I'm holding the camera, I don't want to contribute to that. If that's what I am doing in that sense.
But you know what though, and I watched some of that interview, and if Vlad was black, we wouldn't even be having this conversation.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I don't disagree with you at all.
Now, Vlad, now, this something here, fam. You don't have to go to court to tell on somebody. Like Vlad, like he said, none of my footage been used. I never had to go to court.
Mm-hmm.
He don't. If a person cop a plea, they don't. All they gotta do is talk about something they saw or heard on Vlad TV. You feel me? Now, if that person don't cop that plea, then they gotta bring forth the scopetery evidence. Then they gotta say, okay, this is the evidence we got against you because we heard you say this on Vlad TV. If they cop that plea before that happens, Vlad TV never got to come into the picture. You see what I'm saying? So yes, he never been to court. None of his stuff never been, let him tell it. None of his stuff never been used in court. But if a person take a plea, you don't got to show your hand. You just scared him enough to say, I don't even want to see the evidence. I'm going to plead guilty to that and get the less time possible. That's how that worked. So when the first time Vlad said that, I was looking like, yeah, he think he's slick. He knew, and he didn't been in enough trouble. He know for a fact that he didn't have to go to court. His stuff didn't have to be used for the words they said on this thing to be used against them.
Right.
Well, that's true. That's true. I just feel like, man, when are we gonna take responsibility for our own actions, though?
Mm-hmm.
And to go back to the whole power thing, that was my biggest thing, is that everybody kept feeling like Mary J got stabbed in the back and she got betrayed. Well, shit, Mary needs to take responsibility for her own actions.
You say it like that.
I mean, we all watch the show, we all get a kick out of it, but I'm just saying, if you put that on a real scale, shit, a lot of shit she was doing was like, hey, you gotta look how you moving.
I mean, in Mary defense, and I'm just wanting to say when Lorenzo questioned her, she fessed up to it though. You know what I'm saying? She came clean when it finally. I mean, after Diana said it, but I mean when the man asked her, you know what I'm saying? Hey, this true, she said what it was, and she moved on. I feel like
she can't go nowhere else.
Oh yeah, that's true too.
Shit, where else can she go?
That's true too.
Shit, but the whole time, instead of sitting down with her daughter saying, look, I know some tension between me and you right now.
Right.
If I got your best interest at heart, she grabbing all my neck, little bitch. I don't know what the fuck you think you is. You still trying to intimidate her. Why? It's too late to intimidate her now. Daddy home.
Yeah.
What's the cuz?
That's a fact.
I mean, you got the daddy home, you know what I'm saying? And he's steady telling you, like, all right, look here, Mo. Kick back. I'm home. I'm finna take back over. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This girl said she want to go. I mean, come on, y'all. Okay, chill. There's no way in hell I cannot see you saying. Your daughter said, Dad, I want to go to college. Hell no, you need to stay out here in these motherfucking streets and get.
I'd have never did that. She pushed her children away. She pushed them away.
Right.
I'm not saying she didn't push them away. It's just that, and the daughter was getting enough age. If you loved, if you held them to a certain esteem where you could trust them with the street stuff, you supposed to set them down like, look, this is why I had to move like this. This is what's going on. Your father, he's high-headed. He don't know how to move with finesse. I had to get out here and do it like this. And then when I was younger, that's why I want you up there mess with niggas like Tariq them, because I got knocked up like a nigga by Tariq, and then he ended up dipping out on me. I was 15, 16 with a baby. I had to let my mom and them raise him because I was still young and dumb. Then I met your pops. You know what I'm saying? She should have been broke everything down to everybody. So that way they could have been like, oh, so now they could have digested it themselves, and it wouldn't have blew up like that.
And then and it feel like you really to get to the NBA, because if you thought that he didn't have a chance to get to the NBA, you wouldn't even be fucking with him.
Exactly.
I feel like it's all control on Mary J. part. It wasn't about like y'all saying being open and letting them know what it was. It was about control. Let me let them know the limited amount of information that I feel like they need to know so I can control them. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's just like in the situation where Drew. She like, oh, I bet you don't know about Drew, do you? She was saying the shit to undercut him. And he like, oh yeah, I see the way Drew looked at that basketball player. I'm not stupid.
Right.
She didn't say, look, Lorenzo, you know, we need to talk about Drew. I need to tell you, you know, your son's gay and nothing like that. She said the shit in hopes that shit pissed him off where he wanted to fuck Drew up or cut Drew out.
So she can make
So that I say she was doing so much fucked up shit, and then it all blew back on her ass. So I don't see why motherfuckers like, oh man, you know, Diana was wrong. No, Diana wasn't wrong. Shit, Mary was wrong, and it just finally came out and trampled her ass.
You know what? Somebody had put on Facebook after Kane came out. You know, Raising Kane came out. They was like, which mama would you want? And they had Tasha, they had Kane mama, Reek, and they had Raquel, and then they had Mary J. Blige and somebody else. It was 4 mothers. And they was like, which mother would y'all have? But all 4 of them mothers, they all did the same thing. They all craved power and used their children to accumulate that power, but didn't come correct instead of protecting their children and trying. Even if their child was into the gang, you still could nurture your child a different way than what they was doing.
Right. I mean, because this could go all the way back to Tasha. Tasha's the if you're gonna be in the streets, I'm gonna show you how to do it right.
I was just thinking about.
Come on, man.
You know, and I was just going to say, man, that's the one thing that stand out with me with Tasha. I don't feel like she was moving that bad as the parent part aspect until it started getting up to when she started accepting who Tariq thought, you know what I'm saying, he was trying to become, you know what I'm saying?
But then looking at him, like I said today, looking at him, he got to be looking at his daddy in a whole different light. See, my daddy was a tyrant. My daddy was this. My dad.
Exactly.
It took a lot of maneuvering to get him where he was at.
Exactly.
And now he see that.
Exactly. Like, goddamn, like, do the killing ever stop? Do the drugs ever stop? I can't. Tariq right now, he at a point he can't even stop selling drugs if he wanted to.
And that's what I said at the beginning of the flick. And that's what I said at the beginning of the flick. If it's a man, that's per the game. Right. As a man, it's acceptable. Like, this is what I got to do to keep us all intact. So even though Ghost ended up going off with old girl, but Ghost wanted out, and Tasha did want out, she still wanted that power. You feel me?
Just like every woman you dang, just like Kane and mama, just like Tariq's mama. Who else? Who else we talking about? Mary. All of them, they just want the power.
That's a fact.
Because it's so easy right now to make women feel. See, man, that's why these women loving this shit. That's why these women loving Mary. Oh, marry a boss bitch. Marry a boss bitch. Fuck a boss bitch. Get a woman.
Exactly. This money been fucking women's head up, man. That's the real thing. You know, it's growing them a pair of nuts. You know what I'm saying? And we see it.
And I don't like women with
society.
nuts.
Exactly. It's getting in society. This shit way out of hand. You know what I'm saying? This TV show, like if women really on these social media sites really praising Mary J. Blige,
They are.
That's a problem. I ain't been on that. See, that's what I said.
They are. They man.
That's a problem.
Shit. Raising Canaan. Shit. Them up all. That's a bad bitch. That's a bad bitch. Look how she fucking Symphony. She making he the bitch. That's what you want. That's what I think today's women want. Today's women want the man to be a bitch until it's time to take up for him, or it's time for him to kick money there. Oh shit, hell, okay. If I'm the bitch, I'm staying at home.
Okay.
You go.
What
out.
about what's the name, Mama? Then on BMF.
You talking about Meech and her mama?
Meech.
Yeah, on BMF. What about her mom? What about their mom?
She was cool. I mean,
she was just. Now I would classify her as naive. I mean, you knew what they was doing, but you just didn't want to know.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And she still tried to coach them a different direction.
Right. Mm-hmm. It hurt her hard to see them with that dope.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one time did she say, "Oh fuck it, I want y'all to do it. Go on and do it." Not once.
How y'all feel about the father on BMF?
Fuck him.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the flip side of the coin too, though, because he wasn't for it. Just like the mama one, but
you know what? And the reason I say fuck him, and I get the aspect that they try, you know, trying to teach his sons to still have some morals and values, but you can't eat morals and values.
That's a fact. How you feel about him, Chill?
Man, you know, I get where he's coming from, but at the same time, he felt like his manhood was being challenged because he couldn't provide for the family. So he would, you know, and I understand they said we don't want the drug money, we don't want this, we don't want that. But the minute his son got that money from messing up his eye, even though it was a byproduct of the streets, he was willing to take that money and try to make something else happen for himself and the family. He didn't care then. So if you're gonna take that money, you might as well take the rest of it.
That's a fact.
I totally agree.
I didn't think about it like that till you said that, because of the situation that caused to get the money. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think about it like that, but that he sure was trying to jump on that money, boy, quick.
And if you know the history of the story, that service is what started them being able to move their work across country, because they used them cars as it was like almost like a rental car type scenario. They had a car service, and that's why they called him Southwest T, because he was able to get them cars and move them, you know, southwest from the south back to the west, back and forth.
All right. Okay, what's up, Big Ed? Well, Big Ed say that's the prime example why you don't want a woman running this country.
Okay, they said something about that the other day on BBC. On the BBC, they brought that up because in other countries they have had prime ministers in England. They have had prime ministers in a lot of other countries over there. I don't know if it's Pakistan, but it's been a lot of women people in charge. And a lot of other places that had the women in charge, they was holding it down. But once again, it's the American thought process that make our women think a little different.
And they do.
You know what I'm saying? They had a lot of women presidents in Africa, a lot of African countries, and they were just as corrupt as the men. But what I'm getting to is that our women are the sense of entitlement with a woman in power she get that air about themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
They get that, and so that's what make our women, not all the women in America, but a lot of women in America, once they get that power, some of them don't know how to cultivate it properly.
Well, I think Ice Cube said it best. All women ain't bitches, but all women got a little bitch in them.
Yeah, I think this money, man. I think this money in today's society is fucking women heads up. Because I had a conversation with my homeboy and his wife, and we sitting there talking. I'm just thinking, like, if we all want to, get to that, that's monetary success and how we view it. But let's just say, for example, if you looking at your husband as a person that, not only is a breadwinner, but he trying to go out and get $1 million, why you feel like you gotta go get $1 million too? Like why can't his $1 million be enough, and his growth and getting more millions, why that can't be enough? People got this misconception of how they see Jay-Z and Beyonce and think like, oh, what do you say? What's better than $1 billionaire? Two? That's cool because that's their life and they grew into that. You know what I'm saying? Now, if they started from the bottom together, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure it would have went a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? But they both came into their own money and put it together. Now they know how to multiply and make that marriage a business. You know what I'm saying? But in our society, for just regular everyday people, I don't feel like having a woman out here trying to work and hustle and grind like how a man do. I don't even feel like that makes sense. I feel like that's taken away from the femininity that women used to have more back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
I can agree with what you said to a certain extent. Now, I saw something that kind of got me. The woman said, if the man pays 100% of the bills and he asks you at 3 o'clock in the morning, cook him something to eat, would you do
it? And you asking her, should she do it, or?
I mean, the woman asks other women, would you do it? So my question was, well, what if he's only paying 50% of the bills and he asks you to cook you something to eat? Would you get up still? I mean, so a man, is a man, so we're in a society now where a man's being measured by money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if I don't make what you think is a feasible amount, I'm less than a man.
That's how a lot of women are today. I think, and just to go back to what you said, whether it's 100 or 50%, shit, if she feel like you never do it, goddamn it, go do it. That's what it boiled down to. But like this, I feel like the point you get into is that we putting so much on money that it's fucking up the fabric of just, the purity of some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really unraveling. You know what I'm saying? Because like if you got a lot of women today, if he ain't paying 100% of the bills and he nudge at 3 a.m, like, make me a sandwich, you know what I'm saying? She not gonna do it. She not gonna get up. She not gonna roll over. Ain't nothing gonna happen. 50%. You got some women who understand what a real man is and what a real man brings to a relationship, a family, and a house. That if she felt like it, she gonna get up and do it. I just feel like that's what it boiled down to. You know what I'm saying? What you got for us, Chill?
Man, I'm just going back right now thinking about a couple of sermons I did. And one was, what's in your DNA. And it broke down the XY chromosomes in the man and the woman. You know what I'm saying? And like you had said earlier, Frankie, how a lot of women is starting to flip in their thought process. And a lot of men are starting to flip in their thought process. And if your measurement of a man is measured by the amount of money you bring home, which for real, it's our job as men to be protectors. That's our natural element. That's, and it's the woman's job to be a nurturer. You feel me? But if they thought process is switched up, and then the woman start getting to a position where she's like, I'm the protector, nigga, you be the nurturer. You feel me? You go out there and cook me something to eat because I'm doing X, Y, and Z. You know, and I had a woman that, you know, she had a lot of money, had almost like a meal ticket. And she felt like she could buy her way through, you know, everything. You know, to my money is king, and you know, and that's just how she felt, you know. But at the same time, it was like, I'm still a man. At the end of the day, I still hold court at the end of the day. So regardless of what you got or what you're doing, like Cass said, I don't like a woman with nuts. You feel me? So it's one thing to know your worth, and that's what we as men gotta know our worth. But at the same time, we gotta value a woman's worth. Because even though you paying all the money and all the bills, she been at home doing them kids running her crazy. You feel
So,
me?
and I get
I mean,
that.
that's so. That might be so, but you gotta realize a lot of times, have you been at home all day with your kids, cooking and cleaning and every little thing, and then by the time you know the woman come home, you like, man, get rid of her, take them with you.
Right.
Now, my man said money is sabotaging reality.
Like how you said.
It's been like that.
He said,
Yeah, that's a hell of a statement right there.
mm-hmm.
That's a hell of a statement.
And just piggybacking off what you said, Chill, it is a lot of weaker men out here that, because they ain't been properly taught in their ways, that they be accepting that shit. They be accepting it. Like it, you know, it's just certain stuff I'm just not gonna put up with. You can go. I can hold my own. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like you gotta talk to me condescending or any kind of way, nope, that ain't happening.
Like that
ain't happening.
That I'm not that type. I'm not gonna get calling my woman no bitch.
I'm not. Hell
for no
no.
reason.
Hell no.
So I be goddamn if I'm gonna sit here and listen, you keep calling me a bitch.
That ain't even together. Damn it, we ain't even finna be together.
Yeah, that relationship over with.
Yeah,
right.
we ain't even finna be together.
Bitch.
You know, man, I saw some on the show one time. It was probably with Tyler Perry or something, and they had said that the woman was complaining about the man, and one of the older women said, "You know what? Even that man in there, he been trying his hardest. He been out there struggling, but for whatever reasons, you know, might got a felon, might got this, might got that. He just can't catch a break, but he's still trying. Don't you, as a woman, when he come home, ride him in the ground some more. Give him some dignity. Because when he come back home, that home is all he got. And he don't want to come home to, you know, being called a bitch, being called a punk, being degraded. You know what I'm saying? I'm already outside in the streets getting dogged out, trying to make it happen, and they can't get up. But because you are a woman and they want to break up the family structure, they want to take away from God, man, woman, child, and make it woman, children, man, then God. You understand what I'm saying? They got the order of nature broken up. So if your man if a woman's not giving that man any kind of dignity when he come home, what's the relationship for? And that woman gonna end up bitter as hell or have a punk nigga with her for the rest of her life.
Hey, going back to what you were saying, they trying to make it woman everything. If you ain't a woman,
yeah,
you turn into a woman, or you like men, they trying to take the man out the equation, period. It's just women and feminine men and children. That's it.
Especially in the black community. Especially in the black community.
If the
white community,
if the men ain't there, how can we reproduce?
Exactly.
What's these sperm banks?
No, that's what I'm saying. But they thought process is if we get the men, they can't reproduce because you know they say we produce at a fast rate.
Okay.
Even though I don't see us. I don't see it going no faster than white America, Mexican America, or whatever.
That's because of Planned Parenthood and all the clinics that they had, all the abortion clinics. We would outpopulate everybody, but the thing is, Mexicans gonna outpopulate everybody because they don't believe in abortions for the most part. They don't believe in Planned Parenthood. You understand what I'm saying? And the old thought process of society was that you're supposed to have 10, 12 kids. black, white, Mexican, whatever. But now we didn't. They didn't gave us the great American lie. Say, oh, 2 kids and a dog. Stop right there. Picket fence. That's it. Don't go no higher. You see what I'm saying? But reality, you putting yourself, and I hate to say it like this, but you putting yourself at the end of the rat race. At the end of the race of everything. Because now if you don't got enough children, because in the African cultures and Aborigine cultures, you was looked upon as your wealth was your children. Now, if you don't got no children, and if you don't got no man to head household that children, then you ain't strong.
I ain't got some kids, goddamn it.
Shit, I done had all the ones I'm gonna have. My culture is over. I'm done. Come on, kids.
That makes sense because I feel like and it seems like in the African culture, the family is the, you know what I'm saying? That's the whole, that's the everything. So to hear you say something like that make a lot of sense. And even today, how they try to keep their culture so strong and their values, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like when you look at any other race and ethnicity, we the only basically African American, black people, we the only ones that's letting all our shit go. We giving our culture away in music, movies. We ain't keeping the family together no more. Like it seems like every other race is still keeping their traditions alive, still keeping their language alive, still keeping their country alive, or they know that that's they purpose to a point in life. Black people ain't got that in no more. We don't know what we fighting the building for no more. I feel like it's all just unraveling just more in our culture though. Like white people still, you know, they got their money. That's their culture at the end of the day. They built all this shit. As long as the money around, white people good. I mean, I don't want to just say it so basic like that, but I mean, y'all kind of understand what I mean in that sense. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't really got no. That's why I was telling people, I'm like, man, we need to move out the United States. And I always got flack from it because people felt like, well, this is home. We built it. I understand we are the original people who was here before they even came over here. But now that we done let these systems come into play, we haven't clearly cemented ourselves nowhere, even just in America. We can't really just go nowhere except Atlanta and really just know that this is really just some all black shit right here. We ain't got not one state that we can look at like that. That's the black state. Or nothing. It's like we just gave up on what the path to black people was for.
Okay, fam. What you're saying to a certain degree is right, but Atlanta wasn't the first black strong city. We had so many different black strongholds, but every time they would get strong, they would destroy it in some form or fashion. Like, look, if you look at George Clinton's song back in the days, and he had, even before George Clinton, we was gonna go with George Clinton. When he had the song Chocolate City, that was the resurgence of the black cities or black people in power taking over certain cities. Now, he said Gary, Newark, Atlanta, Washington, D.C., and it was somewhere else. It was another city. Every last one of them cities that he named has been destroyed by white flight, drugs, but not white flight, but black flight as well, over incarceration and death. Every last one of them cities, the only ones that still left, like you just said, was Atlanta. But what's going on in Atlanta right now? And Cass just talked about it earlier, a few minutes ago. The homosexual population. They can't reproduce properly. Yes, the money is there, but guess what else is there? A high concentration of AIDS is there. So that's how they destroyed the black cities that time. But every black city before that, they killed everybody off and made and built lakes on top of their land.
And that'd be my prime reason. But I mean, my conversation always run into a brick wall. But I'll be like, well, let's just go get land in another country. And then they like, well, where we gonna be safe at anywhere on this motherfucking earth? We can't leave racism. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because a lot of people won't accept us.
That's a fact. But I
mean,
you can't put if you're gonna go to war, if black people got to go to war in America, you can't put your back nowhere. Ain't no wall to put your back against in America for Black Americans. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always say you go somewhere else and get some land so you can at least see them coming. We won't even do that.
Bam.
You know what I'm saying?
We our biggest enemy.
Word up. What you got for me, Chip?
What I'm gonna say is what you saying is, and like Kaz just said, where can we go, right? What can we do? The thing is, he said everybody's against us, but the Bible and the Quran tell us that because of who we are as a people, we are the chosen people. We are the ones that the whole world emulate, but they hate. You feel me? And until we as a collective, the whole people, until we as the whole people come back together under one banner and start not only using our economic strength, but our all voting, that's cool and everything. But once we start using all the things that we got at our disposal that everybody is exploiting from us, and the main thing is our God. Once we all come to that one accord like that, it's gonna forever be that. And the word tell us that. A few of us might make it here and there, might be spotted. People might make it, might come up here and there. But overall, it's gonna always be like that until judgment. Just read it from every aspect. And even that, just read the protocols that they got in place for us to try to keep us down around the world. Every nation on this planet, Africa, other Africans, and everybody else, they all look at us like they don't know who they are. We know who they are, but they don't know who they are. And we can't stand them niggas because they was chosen, but they don't know who they are.
There you
I
go.
don't see no Africans at our protest. Keep it real.
Exactly.
Keep it real.
Exactly.
No Africans at our protest, they make their money, they send it back to Africa. Just like Mexicans.
But we protest for their rights.
Like everybody else who
Right.
Hey man. Hey.
Where we go? Well, check this out, y'all. We're gonna go on and end this one real quick because we got a lot of things going on. I know we can rap about this one all day.
Oh yeah.
So once again, everybody, I appreciate everybody coming out, kicking it, chill. You know, I always want to get us some last words from you before we go.
Oh man, God bless, man. Y'all take care, man, and stay in that word, baby.
That's what's up. That's what's up. You doing the same thing next week?
Well, you know, he only had, you know, he ain't gonna let me touch the mic too often. You know what I'm saying? But I was supposed to been starting doing the my own little type of little Bible study, man. But I got to figure out how to, you know, which system I'm gonna use, either StreamYard or Zoom, or I'm trying to get something that's gonna be able to reach more people versus the Zoom, because everybody ain't on Zoom and everybody ain't got Facebook. So I'm just trying to find the medium to where I can start reaching more people and engage everybody at the same time. And have them come on and ask questions. In the process of me going through it, I want them to be able to, you know, ask some questions so we can go ahead and talk about it and, you know, and be about it. You feel me?
We're gonna do like Death Row. We're just gonna take over.
Oh yeah.
We need you up there, man. I remember I ain't catch the one like I text you earlier. I ain't catch the one today, but you know, when I have caught you, man, the way you put in the words, like I say, man, a pastor can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. It ain't, you know, it's a lot of pastors that, you know, change their life. You know what I'm saying? But I like how you do it though, because it still feel so raw, and it's more like a conversation. And you got the knowledge, so you know how to interpret, you know how to, you know, translate it to the people in a way where it's like, I'm just listening to you talk and not even a sermon. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was loving about it.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, baby.
I agree with that 100%.
Shit. I'm trying to see. I ain't got nothing coming up. I am working on a couple projects, working on getting some new stuff for the new season of the clothes. And yeah, man. You know, y'all stay safe out there, YouTube world, Facebook world, all of that. God bless.
Y'all know how we do it. Check us out, KazZone.com, SinCityRadioShow.org. You know, like I said, we still got the movies, cartoons. We still doing the big new cartoon coming soon. We're gonna holler at y'all.
Hey, we out.
Love y'all.
Peace.
Love.